It's time. It's time for the Danganronpa Hunger Games. Man, goodness gracious, my nose now. Oh, goodness. Man. It is tag team action. It is back, and it is the Find the Imposter season of the Hunger Games. We're getting right back into it. We are in our first tag team episode here in a Brant Steel. So get excited for it. We got teams, and today's theme is when might and magic work as one. A villain's plan can be undone. It's the Might and Magic episode, so it's a combination of people who are a part of a team that we could attribute to might and magic, either from one person or from both people. So let's see who's here. First of all, Might and Magic, Makoto and Nijima. Makoto, of course, bringing the might. The might of hope, and Nijima, she got some magic persona powers. We got Stop, Look, and Listen, similarly Komaru and Sophie. What I Go to School For, Chisa and Nightwing. And don't forget, we got Code Agents of Chaos, so because some shenanigans could unfold. Anything for Her, Izuyoi and Desahiko. Devotees, Mikan and Camilla. Ice Cream Scoop, Ruka and Charlie. Rakata Psalm sees Ryoma and Panat. Theater Nerd sees Monokuma and Fischl. The Wolfpack sees Gonta and Pandreo. Disappearing Act sees Himiko and Lenny. Supreme Overlords of Ice, Gundam and Capitano. Reading Rainbow, Hutao and Yuma. Usually we don't have two characters who are not Danganronpa on a team. They really said, Hero, watch us work, we got this, apparently. Search the Stars, Kaito and Mona. Winter is Coming, Juzo and Monotaro. The Future is Now, Tengen and Kafka. Exotic Animals, Rantaro, Tiki. Sparring Partners, Moko and Akane. Buckshot Roulette has Seiko and Aventurine. Talent Agency has Sayaka and On. Non-Aggression Pack has Daisaku and Chloe. Divine Blades, Munakata and Kazuha. Fighting Females, almost didn't put this team in because I thought that they were all might, no magic, but then I was like, oh no. Kotoko's literally right there, the master of the dark arts. As told by Ginger, Masaru, and Tartaglia. Art is suffering. Monophony and Tsubasa, who might throw up. Bloodfall has Maki and Azuru. Parental Guidance has Hiroko. And Boss, Kiss of Death has Sato and Castoris. Yehoda's Witnesses has Yehoda and... Yo, did I type Yehoda with a Y? That's crazy. Yehoda and Angie. And now we gotta talk about, as I go to correct that mistake. Look, I'm not perfect, and I'll own up to my mistakes. Yeah, I typed it with a Y. That's on me. Put that J back in there. There we go. Y'all was sleepy. Anywho, we gotta talk about Megamind. As you see, there are not 3 people here because 2 of the competitors of Megamind have been found out, and I'll tell you what, because they still have 1 left, they're forced to compete in teams of 2 until that person is found out. As we go back, though, I can now tell you with certainty that Taichi was indeed Psyche, from Psyche K rather, Kusubo Psyche. And Zhao? Not for nothing, it was Dr. Neo Cortex, as you see here today, will be competing today alongside Kotoka? Whoever Kotoka is, this team has not been figured out, so the fan votes have not been earned yet. That being said, we'll see how it all plays out. We figure out Kotoka today, because you still have to also figure out another new team joining the fray. It is Yin Yang Yo. We have Camilla, Gonta, and we have Ruruka. This one is certainly an interesting team. I'll go over your drink combinations next time because I will make one. Ooh, maybe Halloween weekend. Maybe that might be fun. Maybe we'll do that then. That being said, I get to choose whoever it is the winner today. I'm not sure who it's gonna be though. I peeked at them. I haven't looked at all of them in depth and given my opinions because I want to save that for today. Tell me though, what would you prefer, I suppose, might or magic? I guess this is like a real RPG kind of question. Would you rather be like a sword, you know, sword, axe, lance, some sort of might unit, or would you prefer to be a mage, magic user, or a healer, or some sort of whatever? Tell me, are you leaning more towards might or magic? Let me know. I will also answer that. I mean, I think the answer for me is obvious, but I digress. We'll get into it shortly. I am curious to see who leans more might, who leans more magic. But before we do that, before you guys make any picks as well, because you get to do that, we have one more thing to take care of. I see you two. I see you two teams, and one of you two teams could become 3, as chaos could still reign this episode, as this wheel goes round and, oh, not round. That first spin was indeed for Stop, Look, and Listen. Oh, this next one will be for What I Go to School For. Now, it's kind of actually, you know, I suppose, and I think we haven't done this in the past, but I think we're going to do it this season, because if you reign chaos, you get your full team in. Technically, What I Go to School For has not reigned chaos. I'm sorry, Stop, Look, and Listen has not reigned chaos today. What I Go to School For, however, could. So let's spin that wheel and see if they're reigning chaos today. 20% chance. Ooh, double avoidance. Got real close on both, but double avoidance. No chaos reigns. Team Makoto stays strong. So then, I gotta ask you the fun questions. Might or magic? Let me know. And like, if you're picking might, what kind of might are you picking? Are you picking like a brawler, sword user, etc., etc.? If you're picking magic, what kind of magic are you using? Wind magic, fire magic, elemental magic, dark magic, light magic, etc. Healing magic. What do you got? What do you got? Stabs? Make yourself a RPG or a D&D character. As I pull up your comments from last time, y'all had some interesting combinations. Nobody went too crazy, and I appreciate it, because I will be making one of these, or maybe a couple of these beverages. So let's get into them. Last time. If YouTube Studio would like to load, you know what I mean? YouTube, what are you doing? What are you doing, YouTube? You know, YouTube, you and me, we gone places. We're going places. We've been places. This episode did really well, actually, for some reason. I wish I could tell you why, but you know what? It is what it is. Thank you guys for the support in the last episode. This episode is, last time I asked you guys to make me a combination of flavors for a beverage or items for a beverage. And I said I would choose one to make, and we'll probably make it next week, if not the week after, maybe the week after, because I will potentially not be around most of a good chunk of next weekend and the beginning of the week after, or the beginning of the week after. Anywho, I digress. Dragon Force are pointing out the last episode Celeste almost rigged it. Went kind of crazy. And also congratulations to Ryan, who actually was the one who guessed Deadpool last time. Opening. Two different people guessed two different people. Somebody guessed Cortex and somebody guessed Saki K. Opening who puts together lemonade, fruit juice, and root beer. So a fruity lemonade almost feels like a graveyard, like you go into like they let you actually pour your own drink, you just go whap 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 whap. That's what that kind of feels like. Polka, who had not correct saving grace picks, but still, you know, let's have some decent picks, I'll tell you what. Glove Boy, who said Celeste nearly stole her former tag team partner's win, but Teru paid it off. They were partners together. They were pretty decent together, actually, you know, celebrations. Kat, who says chocolate milk, whipped cream, and peppermint. Basically a weak hot chocolate with a little added spice. That actually sounds like it would be pretty good, not for nothing. Lion, who says, personally I think Mountain Dew, green apple flavoring, i.e. Jolly Ranchers, and whipped cream. You guys really like whipped cream is what I've learned. I'm okay with whipped cream, so, you know, maybe we'll do that. I'm thinking green apple and Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew and whipped cream feels kind of crazy already. Green apple and Mountain Dew might not be terrible. And lastly, Dragon Force Czar, who says, chocolate milk, chocolate ice cream, and chocolate syrup. Just the chocolatiest milkshake to have ever been chocolated. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This may come off as, and we might have to change the question on this one. I think chocolate ice cream is a sub-tier ice cream. I love cookies and cream. I'm okay with cookie dough. I'm okay with like chocolate and ice cream, but I think chocolate ice cream as a base, it's sub-tier. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you guys. I enjoy chocolate a lot. I love chocolate. But chocolate ice cream, I just feel like whenever I go for ice cream, I'm looking for something not chocolate, which tends to make me like a little bit thirstier. You know what I mean? I don't think chocolate is refreshing. I think it's delicious, but it's not usually what I go for ice cream. That being said, I don't know. We'll give it to, maybe we'll give it to Cat, because that sounds, we'll take 2. We'll give it to Cat, because that one sounds like normal. That one sounds normal good. Can I make all of them? We only got like 4, right? We'll see about making all 4. Admittedly, what's been listed, nobody listed anything terribly expensive like, oh, Avi, what about caviar? What do you feel about caviar and a milkshake, Avi? It twirls my mustache, yes. That being said, I might just go and make all the beverages. We might just have like a beverage making episode. That being said, it probably won't be next week, it'll be the week after that. Let me set a reminder for when I go to the store next. But, as I set this reminder, let's get ready to start this episode, correct? There's only one way to do that, and that is 2. And beverages. Awesome. Great, now that that's set up. Oh, y'all, this is, I don't know if y'all remember. This is one, nobody even said his name. Y'all, it's Wanderer Cat. He carries a whole bunch of dye that I got at one of the conventions I usually go to. I'm gonna open this bad boy up. I don't even know what these dye look like. Oh, right, these dye are kind of cool. San Japan dye, I'll tell you what. We're gonna do that rare D20 roll. In fact, call it right now in the chat and we'll see what your luck is like. I'm also gonna make some quick picks for right now. I'm gonna say Supreme Overlords of Ice take the W here. I'm gonna take the Theater Nerds taking the W here. And I'm gonna take the Yahoda Witnesses taking the W here. I'm about to roll this bad boy. And as this bad boy rolls, we're resimulating. Okay, that's not that bad. 7. We resimulate 7 times. So you know that, cause you know, when we roll a D20, sometimes we roll like crazy, but I think one time we actually rolled a 1. So not 1 time, not 2 times, not 3 times, not 4, not 5, not 6, but for the luckiest of rolls, 7 times. All these competitors, 1 will win. But who are these imposters? I have no idea. We're about to find out right here, right now, as we proceed and as the horn sound. Horn bears, do your thing. Yeah. Thank you, Horn Bears. I got a little fist bump in there. As we continue, Ruruka runs away from the cornucopia. Yahoda finds a canteen full of water. Monokuma runs away from the cornucopia. Komaru runs away as well. Hutao takes a step off of her podium too soon and blows up. You remember when I said those two were like, Hero, we got this. Hutao blows up. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Tomorrow at Brawloween, Munakata runs away from the cornucopia, as does Camilla. Tartaglia runs away from the cornucopia. Gundam takes a running start, and Superman punches Seiko, sending her flying across the arena. Chloe falls into a frozen lake and drowns. Rest in peace, Chloe. Pandreo scares Tiki off, away from the cornucopia. Kotoko just brought a tray of freshly baked cookies. They are fantastically delicious. Nijima doesn't get any, though. No, of course not. Kazuha grabs a backpack and retreats. Gonta runs away from the cornucopia. Lenny severely slices Himiko with a sword. Aren't y'all partners? Aren't y'all supposed to be homies? What's going on? Monotaro runs away from the cornucopia. Nightwing spears to Tengen rather in the abdomen. Kafka uses their signature move to kill Dasuhiko. Ryoma runs away from the cornucopia. Juzo opens a pack of gun as he enters the arena. Chisa, Camilla, and Angie run for their lives. Mikan convinces Mizuki not to kill her, only to kill her instead. Fiend. Charlotte gets a kitchen knife. Sophie acts antisocial and refuses to introduce herself. Akane and Mona fight for a bag. Akane gives up and retreats. Rantaro finds a canteen full of water. Aventurine runs away from the cornucopia. Capitano and Katoka try to find a way to escape. Panette runs away from the cornucopia. Izuru takes a handful of throwing knives. Moko couldn't make it to today's game. She forgot to set her alarm. Moko. Kaito is sick and tired of these reptiles, grabs a hat, grabs a net, joins Avi's animal control boss. Runs away from the cornucopia. Makoto takes a loaded shotgun, fires at a Tsubasa, who sees the pellets, dodges them left, dodges them right in slow motion, baby. Izue finds a platypus in the cornucopia. Parry the platypus! Daisaku smashes a healing potion over Hiroko's head, simultaneously damaging and healing her. Castora spins around with a machete, triple beheads Ruka, On, and Fischl. Yeah, that's very death of you. Minofa gets on the Astral Express and leaves the game, starting their journey. Come with me, take the journey. Masaru is sick and tired of these reptiles, grabs a hat, grabs a net, also joins my animal control. You better believe it, we gonna control these animals, baby. Yuma and Sayaka stare each other down. If the pair contains the champion of the Agent of Chaos, chaos reigns. That's not the truth, that's not the case. Sato takes a handful of throwing knives. Cortez, and Gonta recognize each other and both put their trust in one another. Does it say Cortez? I thought his last name was Cortex. Whatever. It is Cortex. That's a typo. Anywho, Maki runs away from the cornucopia as we proceed. As Day 1 sees Nijima ask Gonta's Axolotl. Gonta happily shows Nijima and Axolotl in a bucket. Venturine commits Sora. Avi forces Hiroko to work at the arena supermarket. Avi swears and despairs after it becomes understaffed. Izuru and Rantaro, the pancake champion, think of this as an opportunity to score free food from her. Cortex's hat matches very well with his giant robot. Tsubasa, Bay. Munakata receives a potion, bottle of poison, not potion of bottle of poison of bottle of potion. He's got poison. That boy's got poison. Doom, 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 doom. As Izue breaks down and starts weeping from an hole for an unknown reason. Oh, poor lad. Mikan tries to console him. Daisaku asks Sayaka if everything's okay. If Katoka is the Agent of Chaos, has been in the past, but not this season. Camilla explains not the Naegis for no reason in particular. Sophie tells her frustrated Lenny to chill out, bro. Gonta is exposed to Yehoda's sensitivity aura, causing him to become even more emotional. Maki questions Komaru's sanity. Camilla and Gundam, teaches Gundam some fighting moves. Little does Gundam know that Camilla's teaching him wrong as a joke, as a hee haha. Ruka pile drives Monotaro into the rampaging flames of their campfire, sacrificing him to the fire god. I don't think that's canon for this character. Capitano asks Avi for a soundboard. I say, yeah, of course. He throws a dance party. Sato, Angie, Pandreo, Nightwing all get down with the captain, baby. Katoka repeatedly stabs Monokuma to death with sighs. Charlotte and Chisa trade talents. Makoto confides in Castorus. Seiko takes Kazuha to Suplex City. Akane, boss, and Juzo track down on Chill with Kaito. Kafka is sick and tired of playing nice and turns heel Tartaglia Tiki. Yuma and Masaru decide to join the Chad-Septiceye cult. Mona works for both Avi's wares and despairs, and Yoko's items from his forces because she's in extreme debt. Panette wonders if Nagito has Nagito insurance. I would hope so. I would imagine so. Panette does that as Ryoma wonders what events are canon to the Danganronpa Hunger Games lore. Shoppers. I don't know if you knew this, but it's time. There's a flash sale down at Avi's Wares and Despairs. Chisa gets her leg caught in the automatic door. Nijima uses this opportunity to murder a trapped Chisa. Charlotte gets fired from Avi's Wares and Despairs, cries, running off. Mikan works there, clocks out, and heads back to the arena. Ryoma takes a free sample, but unfortunately has an allergic reaction and perishes. Komaru tips over an aisle, which causes other aisles to fall like dominoes, taking out Sophie, Mona, and Munakata in the process. Maki shops till she drops dead. Kaito cuts Nightwing in line. Nightwing cuts Kaito with a knife. Izuru tips over an aisle, which causes other aisles to fall like dominoes, killing Gonta, Yuma, and Akane in the process. Sayaka forgets her wallet and is kicked out by security. Camilla takes a free sample. Unfortunately, she's allergic. Dies. Aventurine shops till he drops. Dead. Panette forgets her wallet and is kicked out by security. Juzo takes too many free samples, cut off by security. Security's going crazy today, dude. Masaru forgets his wallet and is kicked out by security as well. At least he wasn't killed. Seiko shops till she drops dead. Izzy sneaks into the back rooms and finds the dead bodies of two gingers. He runs out of the store terrified without figuring out what happened back there. Kafka gets fired from AV's Wares and Despairs, runs off crying. Kotoko forgets her wallet, is kicked out by security. Kazuha tips over an aisle. Other aisles fall like dominoes. Ruka, Angie, and Makoto perish in the process. As Daisaku gets fired from AV's Wares and Despairs. Tsubasa tipping over that aisle. No, Yehoda, no! And Gonta and Hiroko, but Yehoda, no! Yo, y'all stop tipping over my aisles, dude! Katoka forgets her wallet, is kicked out of the store by security. Gundam gets his leg trapped in the automatic door. Sato says it's murder time. Camilla and Boss team up to catch as many sales as possible. See that? It's a flash sale and nobody's buying anything, dude. Everyone's just going for murder. Castro takes a free sample, unfortunately is allergic and dies. Rantaro takes a free sample, also allergic and dies. Yo, you can enjoy the free sample, you guys. Just check your allergies. Linnea and Cortex furiously snag coupons from the shelves, and Capitano and Tiki team up to catch as many sales as possible. That's 38 people. That's most of the episode in this Claire de Lune 4. Hutao, Chloe, Himiko, Tengen, Desahiko, Mizuki, Moko, Maruka, An, Fischl, Monofony, Monotaro, Monokuma, Chisa, Ryoma, Sophie, Mona, Munakata, Maki, Kaito, Gonta, Yuma, Akane, Camilla, Aventurine, Juzo, Seiko, Pandreo, Tartaglia, Ruruka, Angie, Makoto, Hiroko, Gonta, Yehoda, Gundam, Castoris, Rantaro. Well, see everybody's statuses. Yeah, there's less than a standard size game left. There's 23 people remaining. This one went really crazy. There's still a world where chaos reigns because Nijima, Komaru, and Nightwing are all in. Oh, but boy, let me tell you. Goodness gracious, I was not expecting. Look at this entire imposter team. They're all gone, dude. They're all out of here, dude. Whatever. We have to go on. We must continue as we proceed. We got 23 left. That's all I can really say at this point. Let's move on. Let's see who wins as we proceed to night 1. We're still at night 1, dude. We're still at night 1. Tiki attempts to sneak into the back rooms of Yoko's items and misfortunes, but gets seen by Sayaka, an employee of the store. If Sato is the agent of Chaos, which she's not, she has been in the past, and Chaos reigned a lot, actually. No Chaos reigns right now, though. Kazuha steals Panette's first kiss. Komaru shouts from afar, "Is that a JoJo reference?" Azuru tosses a Molotov, and Monster, after the fire dissipates, he's okay. Perfectly okay somehow. Camilla threatens Boss in fluent Japanese. Daisaku, Nightwing, and Mikon enter a scrum debate with Charlotte, Tsubasa, and Nijima there, who would get a win first, rather Gentleman Thomas or Sprinkles. It was Thomas? It was Thomas. Sprinkles almost perished. Kotoko walks into a portal, turns it on. Her molecules got all rearranged. She's got ghost powers. Phantom. Izio and Cortex. The rest of the event is not welcome in a school environment. Capitano finally finishes his novel, but loses it in the night. It turns out Kotoka stole it for the royalties. I could actually see this character doing this. Kafka uses all of her mana coins to buy out AV's Wares and Despairs for the day, and Lenny has a fever dream while sleeping. He wakes up to Kyoko standing over him. We go on to day 2. As Sayaka, Daisaku, and Panette do the torture dance whilst torturing Komaru. Tiki, Cortex, and Nijima start fighting, but Cortex rather runs away as Tiki kills Nijima, which means the champions are now safe today. Sato Nightwing and Mikon band together to fend off a pack of starving wolves. It started when an alien device did what it did, it stuck itself upon his wrist with secrets that it hid. He's got superpowers, he's no ordinary kid. He's Lenny. 10. Azuru gets a gift from a secret admirer. It's a box of chocolates. I didn't know one of you loved Azuru like that. How delightful. A little Valentine. Very early, Kotoko accidentally blurts out the fact that she likes Boss in an optimistic way. Boss says, hey kiddo. That's cute. Name a more iconic trio than Izuyoi, Masaru, and Kafka. I'll wait. I'm gonna be real, actually. I think this team might actually get along. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I think this team might actually get along. I feel like these two would actually really look out for Masaru, and these two might get along themselves. For real, for real. I think this would work. I'm getting real found family energy from these three, actually. Charlotte says something wrong and Capitano calls her a foolish fool. Camilla receives a bottle of poison from no sponsor. Kotoka shoots a poisonous blow dart into Tsubasa's neck, killing her. And the rating pistol rates Kazuha 84 points. Fair enough. Kotoka question mark is going crazy this game, but we only lost 2 this round. Brings us down to a nice little 21 after this Clarity Loom 4. Nijima, Tsubasa. We must go on. The champs are out. That's all I really got for you. And Tsubasa's team, I think, is completely out now as well. Non-aggression pack? No, not non-aggression pack. Artist Suffering. Yeah. Poor Tsubizi, but this game ain't over, and I want to point out, if Megamind win, then the fan votes the people had gotten for the 2 that were discovered, they're out the window, and Megamind just says, no, we're on the bracket, don't add us. They could do it today, and right now the odds are really good for them as they are one of the only teams, if not the only team outside of the Supreme Overlords of Ice and the devotees that are completely in. We will proceed. Will the imposters pick up a win today? In anyone else's hands, a microphone is just that, a microphone, but in Kazuha's hands, it's a pipe bomb. So I told Avi to put Masaru in the... I think this is the first time this verse has popped up. So, I told Avi to put Masaru into the World Pancake Championship match. Well, if The Rock told me to do it, then I guess I gotta do it. I did it for The Rock. Where are my pins? I'm gonna have to break out and it's time to break out a new pin. You better believe I will. Masaru. It's for The Rock. Oh, it's got the little thing on it. You guys know, like, the little ball that's on the pin when you first get a pin? This one's really stuck on there. There we go. Masaru. He's in. He's there, Chief. Panette says to Mikon and Komaru, I have to go now. My planet needs me. Then flies away. Panette died on the way back to her home planet. Tragic. Kotoko gets distracted. Sayaka sings a romantic song to Daisaku. How sweet. Azuru, Charlotte, and Izuyoi look for more people to become friends with. Sato finds an Etch-a-Sketch, somehow ends up breaking it in frustration. Nightwing finally finishes their novel, but loses it in the night. Turns out Kafka also stole it for royalties. Everyone's stealing books out here. Tiki and Lenny vow to protect each other. Cortex commits tax evasion. Boss, stop. Get some help. Under the cover of darkness, Camilla spies on Kotoka, whoever that is, and Capitano gets infected with a spare disease. He starts insulting everyone who passes him by, relentlessly. As day 3 begins, Tiki goes hunting. Daisaku finds my boxing gloves. They're ready to eat for everybody over there. Nightwing panders to the audience. I don't think it's gonna take too much. Izuru, Kazuha, and Izuyoi get into a scrum debate with Sayaka, Boss, and Charlotte Darver, who deserves a title shot in the AWE next. Hey, we have a championship for that now. Sundavy has introduced the United World Championship, and you guys voted for what? Skeletor and Kevin Ayuso to fight Arrow for that title. Who will come out on top? Find out at Brawloween weekend. Sato, Masaru, Komaru get into a fight. Komaru triumphantly kills them both. Let Capitano cook. Kotoko stabs Kafka in the back while her back is turned. No. Camilla forces Kotoka to kill Lenny or Cortex. She decides to kill Cortex. Wait, that's your partner! Kotoka! Stabbing your partner in the back? That is something that person would do. Mikon signs a petition to change American Yeet-Ball to soccer, and that brings us to Fallen Tributes. Another 5 gone from our 21. Let's see how this all plays out after another Clarity Loom 4. Panette, Sato, Masaru, Kafka, Cortex. We will See everybody who's left. What did I say? We had 21, right? And we lost 5, 16 remain. And they are Kotoka from Mega Mind, Parental Guidance Boss, Bloodfall, Izuru, Fighting Females, Kotoko, Divine Blades, Kazuha, Non-Aggression Pact, Daisaku, Talent Agency, Sayaka, Exotic Animals, rather, Tiki, Supreme Overlords of Life's Capitano, Disappearing Act has Linny, Ice Cream Scoop has Charlotte, Devotees completely in, good for them. Izioi remains for anything for her and what I go to school for, and Stop, Look, and Listen have Nightwing and Komaru respectively. That is your final 16. It is probably going to be feast time. So let's see how many people thin here. Don't forget we lost 38 in that that bloodbath into arena event. So we're kind of speeding through this as Sayaka wields the mighty chancla, striking it down. Tiki and Boss, striking them both down with it. Izuru dies there. Blue. I mean, if it's a dark blue, I think it actually might fit the vibes. I think it might fit a dark blue might do him some good. Kazuha uses night vision goggles to navigate the arena. Kotoko wants AV to give Sayaka a chance. Do you want to win this game, Kotoko? Then he gets mad because Daisaku tells Nightwing to count how many sand particles there are in the desert. Why is there a desert in the arena? Those are the real questions. Camilla stood there in the ashes of a trillion dead souls and asked the ghost if honor matters. The silence was their answer. Izuo finds a big red button, decides not to press it, but actually trips and activates it. Kotoka, Komaru, and Capitano all suddenly drop dead for no discernible reason. I think I could put 2 to 2 together. You thought it was Charlotte, but it was me, Dio! Mikan put on a suave top hat, how fancy, as we do go to the feast, and the cornucopia is replenished with food, weapons, and memoirs from the tribute's families as Daisaku shoots a poisonous dart into Kotoko's neck, slowly killing her. Rest in peace. Mikan, that's the Agent of Chaos, which is not. Their target champion is still alive, which they're not. Chaos reigns. Camilla accidentally steps on a landmine. Kaboom. Nightwing pushes Azura off a cliff with his beautiful dark blue hair. Kasplat. Sayaka spears Charlotte in the abdomen. Spear, spear, spear. Kazuha decides not to go. Izuo decides not to go. And Linny stuffs a backpack full of a bundle of dry clothing into a backpack before sprinting away. That is bringing us down to our final. Let's not say that yet, because there's some more death here. Like Izuo playing chess with death, he loses the game and thus loses his life. Daisaku, Linny, and Mikan holds an intervention from my pancake addiction, which doesn't show up. I will show up though. My pancake addiction doesn't exist. Daisaku, I like the guy. Linny, I like the guy. Mikan, she's here, and let me tell you what, I'll show up, because you know what, at least Mikan is a nurse, so she probably has something useful to say. But you know what I'm not doing? Paying attention. Nightwing uses righteous anger and yeets Kazuha into the oblivion, and Sayaka isn't quite crying, rather. She's sweating from her eyes. We lost another 11 of our 16. You know what that means. It's your final 5. After one final Claire de Lune, 4. Tiki, Boss, Kotoka, Komaru, Capitano, Kotoko, Camilla, Izuru, Charlotte, Izuoi, Kazuha. See everybody's statuses. We are here one more time with our final 5. So let's go and ask it. I don't even need to wait and take a second, because you guys need some new picks. Let's keep it a buck. You need some new picks, don't you? Your picks sucked, and you know what? That's okay. It happens to the best of us. It happens to the worst of us. But it don't happen to me. Not in Saving Grace picks time. It's time for some new picks, baby. Hit that music. It is time yet again for your Saving Grace picks. We have Nightwing for what I go to school for. Nightwing's holding on tough. Nightwing's got 4 kills under her wings, baby. Will Nightwing be able to hold out for the Agents of Chaos, the co-Agents of Chaos this season, rather? They might not need to reign. They might just head to the finale and say, hey, we'll see you there, champs, whoever are the champs. Could it be Mikan for the devotees here from Monica as well? She could hold on. She could hold tough. She could win this whole thing for these devotees. Linny did not disappear like Himiko. In fact, he killed Himiko in the very start of this game. And he could prove, hey, killing your partner It's a proven strat. Will he continue to prove the strat? Talent agency. I never thought I would root for Sayaka, but man, I love Miss Maiko. So Sayaka, if you pull off a victory here, I'm not mad, but I also wouldn't be mad at a Daisaku victory. For the non-aggression pact, can you pull it off? Make your picks known in the comments. First, second, third. I will make mine as well right here, right now, after you like the video. I'll wait. Now, who has time for waiting? We gotta get this episode on the road. But still like the video, you know, it's very good for the channel. I will. I'm gonna pick Sayaka Mizuno. Not for Sayaka, but for Miss Maiko. That's my complex. Give me Nightwing for a second, and I'll take Linny for third. Those are my three. Could I be wrong? Oh, certainly, but you know what? This season, I got confidence, baby. I got confidence. And I'm not confident in anybody who I didn't pick. I'm looking at you, Mikan. I'm looking at you, Daisaku. But my three, I know those three are going ever. They're going places, baby. Nightwing's going places. Linny's going places. And Sayaka's winning this game. But even so, all five are caught what we like to call within our final five a crisis. Of fate. Final five. I need a nap. But we'll proceed to see how this plays out. Does it play out? No, but Sayaka doesn't win. And Linny dies too. And Nightwing's the one who killed him. Remember when I said I had confidence? I think I still have a jinx is what's going on. I think I'm confusing confidence and jinxing again. Nightwing kills Linny, Daisaku sees it and says, Nightwing, what the crackers? In the dead of night, Sayaka ducks, dodges the laser defense system, and manages to escape the arena James Bond style. Impressive, still disqualified, and Mikan prays to make it out of here alive with minimal bloodshed. Of course, that brings us down to 3. It's Nightwing, it's Daisaku, and it's Mikan. It could be over. It is not. We're still in our final 3. Daisaku misses about season 4. Mikan has that rating pistol. 57 points is what it rates her. And Nightwing wants Avi to give Donuts a chance. Y'all, I love donuts. For real, for real. We'll proceed. That brings us to our final. Oh! Final 1! It's over! It's over! Hank said it's time to cook, baby! The girls said Daisaku's so big, he's so huge, we're gonna need to team up with him. Team up against him, rather. You know what we gotta do? Let's have a strategy meeting somewhere where he can't hear us. And they said, we'll just stay in the freezer here for a second. Nightwing said, don't lock the door behind you, Mikan. And she said, got it. And then she tripped on the door and it locked behind her. They got trapped in a Keaton and Kel episode. As they're both locked in the freezer and freeze to their demise. Which means, not only did I pick the wrong 3 people, none of them were in the top 2. That's embarrassing, but I'll take a Chloe W after we have one and only terrible turnabout of the episode 4. Master Leonard. Sayaka Mizuno. Nightwing. Mikan. Yeah, we're gonna proceed. Your boy might have been a little bit too jinxy today, but we do get a winner, and that is from the non-aggression pact. He came, he saw, and I don't know if he got any kills. If he won pacifist style, I think that's a truly iconic victory for someone on a team called the Non-Aggression Pact. At the end of the day, he's done it all for his team. And for Chloe today specifically, Daisaku takes the win, goes to the finale. Congratulations to Daisaku, Mr. Bandai. Takes a victory. He did have 1 KO though. Tragic. He almost had the perfect victory where he had no kills and a non-aggression pact. It would have been great. That being said, he had to get a little aggressive. Maybe the kill was by accident or something. Let's actually see what that kill was a little bit later. Mikan. had 1, Nightwing had 5, goodness gracious, Sayaka Maizona with 3, Lenny with 1, Kazuha with 1, Izue with 3, Charlie with none, Pacifist, Azuru with 1, and Camilla with none. And that is your top 10. Remember, we got not 1, not 2, but 3, count them, 3 folks, 3 folks here today. Let's see how this all plays out though, because it all started with Hu Tao dying. Mikon was killed, I'm sorry, Himiko rather was killed all the way down here. And Lenny tried to win the whole game. Almost did it. His 1 kill was his partner. Goodness gracious. We'll proceed. Chloe! Oh, dude, Chloe was in next to last. Daisaku had to carry on all the way through, dude. Chloe fell into a frozen lake immediately and drowned, but Daisaku said, I'll do it for our team. Where is Daisaku's 1 kill? Let's do a little Control F Daisaku. Shoots a poisonous dart into Kotoko's neck. I do remember that, killing her. He won the whole game though. That's actually still a pretty aggressive way. Well, it's not that aggressive. He did it from a distance. He had no like physical connection, but you know, he fired a dart. I like to think he was firing a dart at a tree and Kotoko's neck got in the way. That's how I feel about it. That being said, we'll proceed one more time. Good luck finding the imposters. There is a link in the description. This has been reset. You can resubmit. So good luck. Good luck. Try and find who Kotoka is, the last imposter for the Mega Mind team, and for Yin Yang Yo, you've got 3 competitors. Yes, 3 imposters as well to find out. Tonight it is. As we go back to the reaping. Tonight, it is Brawl-O-Ween Night 1, aka Rebellion Live, Brawl-O-Ween Edition. So let's ride out to the music now for nothing. Spooks and scares on the horizon, can you feel it in the air? The chill that's going down your spine means, oh yeah, it's time. Brawl-O-Ween. Get excited for it. You'll see some of the competitors here fight tonight and tomorrow. I'm looking at Panette. I'm looking at Makoto. I'm looking at Charlotte. Charlie will be fighting March 7th, tomorrow, dude. That's crazy. We got a whole lot of people here who are fighting, who are brawling, so get excited, get ready, because Brawl-O-Ween is on the horizon. I'm the United States Aviator. Until then, tune in tonight for Brawl-O-Ween Night 1, Rebellion Live. I'm excited. I hope you guys are too. Tulu Flight Crew, thanks for watching.